Yeah, why has Svenja got two skeleton things on her? Oh, she's poisoned. Okay. Um,
I'll try to remove one of those.
okay, so I'm.
So in music, you may need to adjust the volume.
No, it's not bothering me right now. Sensory integration. Okay, so I'm. Uh,
No.
put it softer. There we go. Okay, so the party starts their epic journey with some last minute shopping and maybe a hug from mom when no one else is looking. We assign roles to each ourselves and we set out to the west to a place called the Fungal Mass. I need to update that now that I can see the map. It looks pretty spooky, and when they get closer, it releases a cloud of spores, which leaves half of us gagging and coughing with poisoning, and the rest completely amused and unaffected. So mushroom people are observing us from afar, and obviously Svenja's curiosity soon has her talking to them and trying to work out what's going on. We learn that the spores are a natural defense against the troglodytes, which have been coming out of their underground tunnels to raid the mushroom community. Of course, Svenja wants to know more about them, and they make some magic mushrooms appear and say this is the way they transfer knowledge and stories, which is, of course, awesome. So, and thinking that Odin had sacrificed an eye for wisdom, Svenja reckons a bit of vomiting and food poisoning is just nothing compared. And together with Camilla and Ursula, they try the mushrooms. Sadly, they don't turn into godlike people knowing everything yet, but that was that for the mushroom people. We're pretty exhausted from watching Shepard kill a rabbit, and while Gorm is cooking it, Ursula and Camilla try and brew up a potion, uh, an antidote, and either because we're familiar with their cooking skills or have had too many foul tasting things coming out of Gorm's mother's hut, no one drinks it, and the poor dog eventually gets yet another experiment forced down its throat. As we go a bit more south, uh, where the troglodytes were coming from, according to the mushroom people, Shepard spots something at the bridge. We go out, and there's an entire mob of troglodytes foraging, looking for stuff, with a couple of captains. And this is where any doubts that Odin is guiding and blessing the party disappears from Senya's mind as we switch into a well-oiled machine, skilled raider band. We essentially decimate the troglodytes on this side of the river with Camilla blendering uh, one of the captains in essentially one round. Mikkel does something wonderful with his sword that he made from the ice troll's tusk. Some explosion of uh, ice cold air destroys the rest of the troll. And yeah, that was the party. Was it a silhouette of a wanderer that Svenja saw on the forest edge, or was it just the mushrooms and poison hallucinating? That was our session.
Yeah, that is a perfect recap. You can take inspiration once again. I think this may be a recurring thing. As we can also go into tonight's question, which is where does your character feel the most at home? I think is a, you give a great like nod to maybe why Gorm is so into cooking here, like that his mother's medicines are just so awful that he's compensated for it. Those kinds of things, like um, in your in town or in the forests around. We'll go down the list, starting with Oldfield. Um, what would where would your character feel most at home?
I think Ulf, sorry, Ulfhild would feel most at home the further away from home she gets. I think I mean, home's not like her home is not the most peaceful place with her parents arguing. So I think the further away she can go, the more things there are to distract her. I think that's where she feels the most comfortable and the most happy.
Oh, absolutely, Camilla. How about you?
Ah, that would be in the wild hunting, since he does not have to and can eat what he hunts. Does not have to. Hmm.
Yeah, get a bit wild in the forest. How about Svenja?
I think she's most at home where there is something interesting happening. So in the market, talking to the merchants and the traveling traders, in the tavern or the longhouse, talking to visiting dignitaries, wherever there's people with something interesting or new, and the occasional sort of deep dive into if she can get her hands on a book or something like that. She would also feel at home just reading, but essentially being where there is nothing interesting happening is the place she avoids as heavily as possible.
Great. How about Yormund?
Well, funnily enough, he feels most at home at home in his room that you could almost mistake for a museum of polearms and weapons mixed with a library. It's not a big room he has, but you'd be surprised to think it belongs to it's someone's bedroom.
Yeah, no, I can I can totally picture that. What about Gorm?
Probably somewhere between like the kitchen or the ship. He likes both.
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. How about Ursula?
The closer to water, the better. If he could sail on the ocean, that would be best, but unfortunately, he hasn't gotten to do that since he was an infant.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm sure you and Gorm will be getting along then, as it seems like everyone may have some things in common. Actually, it may be fun to explore as we rejoin you all now after a massive fight with these troglodytes. Oldfield, you are kind of approaching from the forest where we can assume you came across a small band of these as well and dealt with them yourself, as you had all basically snuck up on these things and launched an attack, and now they are scattered everywhere. The remains of your battle. You are welcome to try and loot them or do whatever, but at the moment you stand on the edge of a river. There is a wooden bridge between you and the other side where you can now see a couple more of these troglodytes trying to run away as they've seen your intimidating presence. Some of you are also under the effects of those mushrooms that you ate, and you are starting to feel a little bit woozy. It's nothing too bad yet. What would you guys all like to do?
That was a good fight.
Maybe see what we can gather from their corpses and continue moving.
Ulfhild, as she like approaches everyone, she's like, you can tell she's brushing up. She had a little fight in the forest. She comes in, her shoulders like drop. She's like, damn it. She like kicks the snow a little bit, seeing as she's missed the main bit of the action.
You can especially see where Yormund and Shepard are walking into now. The ground is still sort of frozen from this explosive blast that you know your hammer can produce, and you can see Mikil, his weapon did the same thing, and it's like he got a chance to use it, but you didn't. So there is definitely plenty to harvest here. Yormund, or sorry, who was it that said they wanted to see what they could get off the bodies?
Gorm, me.
Ah, sorry. So, yeah, anyone who would like to try and sort of harvest these creatures, you can absolutely try and do that. Depending on, I mean, however you would like to try, you can first do an appraisal and actually figure out what these things have on them, like if their scales are any good, if their claws are worth anything, and one person will need to do that. So you can give me an investigation or an arcana check for these ones, or a nature actually. Investigation, arcana, or nature, um, depending on who would like to see what these got on them.
Yeah, if no one's gonna do it, I will do it.
Yeah.
I'll do nature. And I'll guide myself.
See that it says YouTube videos are no longer supported, and then immediately starts playing the next YouTube. Yeah, sorry, the bots are just confusing me.
Oh, it's disadvantage, right.
Yeah, because you are poisoned.
Yep, sounds about right.
Okay, what did you roll there?
F5.
Okay, yeah, you're not entirely sure what you could get off of these things. You know, most animals you can harvest their hide, but these are like weird little ground lizard people. You're not entirely sure um, what they could be used for. Most of them also, the hide wasn't that thick, so you're not sure what it would be worth. But you do get the impression that you could harvest the hide.
I could also make a check, I guess.
Yep, you can try and do that on another one as you guys are sort of looking over the massive bodies in front of you. But yeah, you know actually that troglodyte hide is not half bad, as uh, is capable of changing colors to match its surroundings, allowing it to create ambushes on less wary. But while that camouflage ability is impressive, you know that it loses much of that capability once it's removed from the troglodyte, and the hide itself makes for poor armor. As such, it is often used only as a camouflage blanket used to disguise things from only very far away. Um, Alternatively, with a 22, you know that they have been also ground down and made into an ink that matches the color of the parchment it is written on, allowing for the creation of secret messages revealed only under certain lights. So, you know, you can make invisible ink and like a basically a ghillie blanket kind of thing. You would like to try and skin these creatures.
Well, I'll try a skin one.
So I think, Svenja, would specifically like to see the captains have got any stuff that identifies them as leaders, like tribal necklaces or whatever it is, and or weapons. So basically just looking at whether the captains have anything unusual.
You can make an investigation check.
Okay, so this is still a disadvantage, right?
Yeah, you are still poisoned.
And that would be a 17.
Okay, yeah, you can find that on each of the sort of leaders, each had a long sword, which the others didn't have weapons. Other than that, they've got what looks like pieces of leather sort of sewn into their skin as armor plating, but it doesn't really look like it would be usable. The long swords, however, you could definitely pick up from each of them.
I would like to skin one, by the way.
Yeah, sorry, I heard that. We will get to that. So you can make for me yeah, I think a survival check. You can let me know if there is something that your character specifically leans into, like a specific way they would do it, if there's another check you want to make. But I think survival will sort of be the basis for this kind of thing.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'll also attempt to skin one.
Cool.
Hmm.
So
Okay,
we'll
so sorry.
everyone that wants to try and skin one, you can make a roll, and then I'll resolve what you manage to gather.
What would that be? Nature check.
A survival, if you've got it. If there's another way you'd like to try and do it, though, you can.
Well,
Just
could I
describe
could
how
I
it's not
deceive it out of its skin? I guess not. Convince the
obviously
skin to
within
be
reason. If you can describe how you do it and it sounds plausible, I'll absolutely allow it.
No, I think we're just going to go with nature. Okay, applying her sort of understanding of essentially creature biology and physiology and stuff. Svenya's going to try and skin one of them.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, I think not even Loki could deceive a creature out of its own skin. Right, with a 10. The poison is really starting to get you now, though, as you're trying to remember the biology of these creatures. You're starting to see its skin crawl as this is happening for you as well. These creatures, you're sure they've got some sort of worms underneath their skin as you're trying to skin them, but as you get through there, you don't actually find much. Gorm, you have, however, hacked the body apart to try and get to these worms and found nothing, and that hide is not going to be usable. Svenja and Ursula, however, you guys do actually manage to get a troglodyte hide. But is there anyone else that would like to try and do this?
So I'm going to. Mikkel is the smith. Was it Jormund?
I am the hunter.
Mikkel is the smith, the crafter. So yeah.
Svenja would show him the longswords and ask if it's worth keeping them. Can we sell them?
Okay, yeah, I'll say you can. We'll assume that Mikkel is helping you with, so you can make the check just as a straight roll without the disadvantage, and you can make for me. I'm trying to think what kind of check it would be to identify a weapon.
History.
Yeah.
I'd say investigation.
Investigation or history, I think would whichever one works for you.
Okay. It's much of a muchness. Same modifier, so 23.
Very nice. Yeah, you know that these are just common longswords. Mikil would probably be able to melt them down into something else, or maybe like customize them somehow. So if you've got the space to carry it, it wouldn't be bad to bring back some more weapons for the town. There's nothing special about them for sure. They just you can sell weapons and things. So
was that 3 of them? 2 of them?
3 of them. Yeah.
Okay. I will put it in my pack for selling.
Okay, and then I'm going to add to your character sheet the troglodyte hide, which Ursula, you should be able to see that.
Should we, like, there are a lot of
Yep, I see it.
troglodytes.
Yeah, so this is why I was still sort of I want to know from the rest of you that haven't rolled yet if any of you would like to harvest them, and then we can roll to see how much you have all gathered as a group.
Ulfhild is smashing rocks with her hammer, just to see. She wants to see if the rocks have anything shiny in them, so she's just hitting rocks.
You can actually make an investigation check as well. You never know. I'm sure Mika would be very happy if you found like ore or something. Okay. Why is it still showing all the wrong pictures? Okay. So, are you also making it with disadvantage or something?
Oh, I think I accidentally rolled twice because the thing was being really slow.
Okay, then cool. You got an 18 then. As you pop off some of this rock, you notice that it has already started to get pretty damn cold here, and as you kind of crack this thin layer of ice on it, you will see that inside there is it looks like some kind of like I'm not sure like a colored strip. It's like a strip of yellow through the middle of this rock, and you know that this area is nowhere near a mine. There shouldn't be anything in the rocks here. There is something strange, this sort of greenish yellow.
She keep on hitting till she gets that whatever it is.
I mean, you've basically broken the rock, and you can see it is just there's like a layer of this color inside the rock, and as you take more of it away, you're not entirely sure what the material is, but it looks like a sickly sort of green color that is not normal in rocks. Someone that has more expertise in rocks might be able to tell you, but I'm not sure. Yeah, an 18 wouldn't be quite enough to identify it yet.
She'll pick up a broken bit of the boulder, like both hands, the biggest bit she get. She'll go, look at this. It's a load of fucking green shite. she'll like looks like piss, and she's like laughing to herself. She's having a grand old time. She doesn't know what the others are doing, but she's having a great time.
Yeah, nothing useful from Svenja
I'll make a
on
second
what that
check.
rock is.
Okay, yeah. Ursula, you know rocks better than most because of your mother, and don't quite recognize what that is. It doesn't look like any sort of metal, or it's probably just some like strange moss or something that's grown into the rock. It does look strange though. Your mother might be able to tell you more. But it's not something
Can
you're
I
familiar with.
can I take a piece of it back to Silver?
Yeah, I mean, easily you can see Allfield's broken off a couple of chunks, so you can ask her.
Cool.
Cool. So that you can just make a note for yourself that you have a chunk of yellowish green rock. And who else? Who actually managed to get some? Was it Svenja that was also harvesting the troglodyte?
Yes. It was a 10, I think, or something like that. I can't remember.
Okay, Camilla, are you getting involved in the harvesting as well?
In a different way. One of them got decapitated. Now give a little branch of mistletoe, then draw the symbol of the rune of death by just clamp it together and see the blood basically flow into the hand, and when then moves the upper part and buries.
Okay. So in that case, uh, if you're not helping get the hides, then we can. Sheila, can you please roll for me 1d6? Okay, nice. You will get 4 hides. So basically, you get 1 extra there, Ursula, whereas
Cool.
Gorm and Svenja, you each get 1 as well. Yeah, sorry, Yormund, were you also trying to get 1?
No, I think Yeoman would be like coming out of an adrenaline rush. You wouldn't really be thinking about harvesting. It's just kind of going on.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you'll see now those troglodytes on the other side of the river run off into the forest, and they seem to be getting away.
Hmm.
Anyone wanting to chase them?
I think we're all harvesting, so only your
Wait, there's one alive.
Yeah, you
So
can see on the other side of the river, there's a group that sort of got scared and are scampering off into the forest.
awful running.
Okay. Yeah, so they're on the other side of the bridge. So you're running in the opposite direction.
I can't see the whole level. I'm going.
So down to the right from you is a wooden bridge, and there is a river between you and them. As you get to this wooden bridge, you will see that it looks quite rotten and rickety. It is, yeah, this rickety wooden bridge, and its boards seem sort of soft with rot. As you are running across, I'd like you to stop there for a second and roll a d6 for me, please.
Hold on, the computer. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I did it. Oh, it's a 1.
That's actually good in this in this case, as uh, you you start running your way across this bridge, and you can see these things like disappearing from sight as you sort of getting closer and closer. You can see them trying to get away as you are chasing in. Um, yeah, you also see to your right there are some deer and an elk, and to your left there are these troglodytes trying to get away. Are you going to try and do something from range, or are you trying to run up within melee range?
I don't think I have anything I can throw at him. Ah, she was running, try and catch up with him so she can whack him.
Okay, I'll say give me either an athletics or an acrobatics check, whichever works with you. But I think athletics probably. Oh, with the 19, you sort of catch them scrambling through the snow, and as you sort of get to that tree stump, you can see that one of them just shouts something at the others and turns to actually face you. As yeah, I'm not sure if you speak his language. Oh no, they only speak Troglodyte. Never mind. So yeah, you will see him. Yeah, yeah, you can try and make an attack as his buddies just going to see him try and actually face
Can I just smack him, or does he hit me first? What happens?
you. You'll get a turn against him. He's turned to see you, so you can make an attack. You can take a turn as though you were in combat. We're not actually going to roll initiative right this second.
Nope.
Okay, with that first miss, uh, his little minions are going to turn around and they're going to actually run up and surround you. As they turn around to fight, the rest of you have seen Ulfield run across the bridge. If any of you are trying to join across the bridge, let me know.
Yeah.
I can't see you right now, but
Yeah,
you'll.
I'll go.
Okay, cool. You can make a d6 roll as well if you're running over the bridge. Okay, none of you. Wait. Yeah, no, you guys are good. You managed to make it across the bridge without any problem. But at this point, they are going to be making an attack against you, Ulfield.
Bring it.
Oh, and they miss. So as you just start fending them off, they all start lunging for you, trying to scratch and yeah, trying to claw at you. But unfortunately, they actually miss. And I'll ask the rest of you to not get involved just yet, as she is sort of going into combat. You can try and run up closer, but at this point, Ulfield, you'll get another turn. What would you like to do?
I'll smack him if I can.
Okay, which one are you aiming at?
Who looks the scariest? Oh, for the big boy, whoever's the boss, smack him.
Okay, yeah. One is the one right in front of you that turned to face you, and you do hit. You can roll. Is that two-handed?
I think it is. It is a big warhammer.
Okay, yeah. You you just smash him, and he's standing there dazed. He looks like a Mortal Kombat character about to receive a finishing move. But he is still technically up. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
Rage.
Okay, yeah. You fly into a rage, and as these creatures are trying to swarm you, he is going. Is that all you can do on a turn? You've only got one attack at this point,
Is
right?
attack? I think so. I don't think I've got 2 attacks yet.
Okay, then he is going to get a retaliation, and then Yormund, you are going to get a turn because you actually managed to get up close, and then Miller did. Is anyone else near? No.
Yeah, I rolled a 6 on crossing the bridge. I think I'm allowed.
I moved 120 feet, so
Oh, yeah, Gorm. So we'll get to you in a second, as you are going to fall through one of those boards. I'm so glad it was Gorm. Okay, one second. Oh, okay, and he hit. Okay, so you take 9 points of slashing damage as this creature just turns and uses its sword against you. Gormund, you are going to get a turn here. What would you like to do?
Cool. I'm gonna. Well, Shepherd first.
Oh yeah.
Shepherd is first going to run up here. Bite this one. And he gets advantage on it.
Okay, yeah, that is going to immediately kill that one as Shepard just drags it to the ground.
Lovely. And I'm going to just wipe out this one with my halberd.
Okay, yeah, that'll be there's another kill as you just slice that one into.
And that's about. Hang on, let's see. Ah, yes, hang on. Yep, there we go. That's everything.
Yeah, okay, does that bring him over?
Fuck. Well, I just reduced it to 0 just before we cross the bridge because I thought that was the end of combat entirely.
Well, it was, but yeah, don't worry about his ferocity right now because this isn't more combat. This is
Okay.
literally also getting a final hit on the things that are running away. So, okay, so
Yep, that's it.
this happened. You cut one in half. Shepard starts mauling one of the others. Mala, are you trying to add an arrow in there as well?
Yes.
Okay, you can make an attack roll. Yeah, and you miss as the arrow just sinks into the snow. That is going to take us back to Ulfield. You will get another turn here. What would you like to do? There's 1 minion and this boss that you've just brain bashed.
I'll smack him with my hammer. Oh, can I
Okay,
make
I
you
will
do
say.
that blow up thing? Sorry,
How do you do what?
the blow up thing. I don't know. You said it was like an explosion, and I could do the hammer. She's gonna smack it so she can explode
That
it.
yeah, that would hit Yormund and Shepherd around you as well if you did that right now.
We
I'll
both
see, does
have
he look?
cold
sure?
resistance.
I will say if you, I mean, you can try and do that, but if you are able to do more than 4 damage to this guy with a hit, you'll be able to take them both out in one swing because the one next to him is just a minion.
I shall try then gently to kill them both.
You can't do less than
Okay.
4 damage, even if you tried. Like, unless you missed, I mean.
Yeah. So okay. So describe to me what this final hit looks like as you kill both of these in one hit.
She's just got like maniacal laughter, and she's just like swinging her hanger about. She's like, "Coward, coward!" and she like smacks down on him, and she's like, "Ha ha ha ha!" Like pure just chaos laughing. There's just
Yeah, and
like blood splatting on it.
as you spin through and follow through with the swing, you hit both of these creatures, both of them sort of hanging on the end of your hammer, and you fling them up against the tree that is over there behind you. And as you do, you will see that the tree kind of start to move up at the top as it seems like there is something up there in that tree that you have just disturbed. Um, you guys that are here, anyone that's made it to the other side of the bridge, you can make a perception check as this happens. And then while you are making that check, we are going to go over Gorm. Oh, shit. Okay. Ursula, so you will see it first as you swing across the other side of the bridge. That tree starts moving. The shepherd starts barking wildly. All right. So
As big boy.
you guys see something unfurling from the tree. As you are seeing this, uh, Camilla, you hear a crack and a splash as Gorm falls into the river below, breaking through one of those boards. And you are currently, you have gone underwater. You are still under the effects of, yeah, you're still poisoned.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just checking. So as you are running across the bridge, you will feel the board underneath you snap, and you will plunge through the bridge into the water, freezing cold water. And as you kind of you feel the air escaping your lungs, you gasp, and when you open your eyes underwater, you will see what, what you're expecting is just a regular kind of looking up to the surface. You are in complete and utter darkness when you open your eyes. What would you like to
Swim like upwards, and at least to begin with.
do? Okay, as you try swimming upwards, you just keep swimming, and you cannot reach the surface. You feel this panic starting to set in, and as you are just getting closer and closer, what you think is the surface, it just seems just as far away, and you see something moving in the waters around you. At this point, I'd like you to give me a perception check, please. Okay, nice. A 16. you see something moving, and you at first you think it's some giant serpent. This must be Jormungandr is in this river somehow, and then you see it move closer. It is a humanoid figure. It seems to be wearing like furs and things like some kind of a jarl or some berserker or something, but its eyes are glowing green, and as it moves in closer, it seems to be staring at you and looking at you in the face. You can make a religion check to try and see if you understand anything about what this creature is or what it might be. But let me know what you'd like to do as well.
Okay, can Svenja have started moving up in the meantime? Not sure if we're in any turn order right now.
And no, at the moment we're just sort of focused on Gorm, but where is Svenja also trying to move across the bridge?
Well, she's just moved to the front of the bridge. If I can continue moving, she would, I guess, try and move to where he's fallen in. See if she can help him come out.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that, but roll for me a d6 as you move onto the bridge.
Oh, spectacular.
And as you kind of get up to the spot where he just plunged in, try and kneel down onto the waters to see if you can see him, and the board cracks and you fall in with him. You can also make for me a perception check as you plunge down into the water. But Gorm, are you doing anything as you are faced with this dark?
Yeah, I didn't make the check. You asked for.
That would be
okay.
a 3.
Yeah, so you are immediately plunged into water, and there is we'll get to you in a second as you are just surprised by that and not able to see what's going on around you at the moment. Gorm, with that 12, you don't recognize who this figure is. It is, I mean, you've heard stories of the gods of the sea. You know of Aegir and Ran and all of these figures, but this creature seems evil. There's something about it that is just like there's a necromantic energy coming off of it, and it seems to be staring directly at you. As it opens its mouth, you see just rotten teeth as it speaks to you and says, "You should not be chosen, but here we are. I look forward to seeing you soon, Haman's son." And it is the face is sort of illuminated now as it gets right up close to you, and you see it is the face of a man that he seems old. He seems like someone that you may have seen in your village, not someone you're actually familiar with, but like any old human, it just seems like he has been drowned. Would you like to do anything?
Is he like not unreal, but is he like, I want to say alive? How do I phrase it?
Yeah, he
Is he actually
seems
like
undead. That is immediately obvious. Whether or not he's like actually real in front of you here, you can make an insight check.
Yeah, I would like that. Yeah, pretty real.
This is absolutely all happening to you. Whatever this creature is, seems to have dragged you down here, and there's a good chance that it's going to try and drown you too. Like it's calling you a chosen one. It seems like it's chosen you to die here.
Yeah, screw it. I guess like he said he's going next, like he moved closer to me.
Yeah, he's right up face to face with you now.
Then I just attempt to touch him and cast inflict wounds.
Okay, absolutely. What is the roll on that? Does he make a save or is that an
No,
attack?
I have to hit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can make an attack roll, and you can make this one with advantage, not your
So
poison won't
normal
come into
roll.
effect on this one. No, a full
Okay,
advantage.
got it. 18.
Okay, so what does it look like when you cast the spell? How do you go?
I imagine like if you saw videos or played like Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor, when he shames the creature, you just grab his face and just necrotic energy.
Hell yes, that's exactly what I was picturing. So as you sort of grab him, you see this light emanate from him as this explosion of energy starts to light up the water around you, and you realize that advantage also came in because Svenja was flanking him, and as you cast this, you see him kind of scream as the skin curls back on his face, and as the water sort of lights up around you, he begins to dissipate, and he is just destroyed in your hands as he seems to melt back into the water. There's a part of you that still feels that presence. It's like you have broken some kind of illusion or something, and you come to your senses now. You are underwater, you can see the surface, and you can see Svenja has just plunged into the water above you. Svenja, you see Gorm sort of that has just cast the spell, and for a second there, as you were trying to regain your own senses, you thought he was casting it at you. But you guys are both being pulled on river. What would you do as you see each other?
Can I attempt to grab Svenja and like start swimming to shore? I do have swimming speed if it helps me.
Yeah, I mean that
works for
that
me.
would definitely help you. It means you'll have full movement. So basically, from where you are on the map, um,
I reach
Svenja,
shore
are you
essentially.
so that you could potentially? I'm not sure with your movement. So if you took a dash action, you'd probably be able to.
Yeah, I have just enough. Even without the dash, I end up on shore.
Okay. Yeah. So then, Svenja, are you doing anything?
Um, just cooperating. So be allowing myself to be rescued and not struggling. Essentially, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. So in that case, Gorm, you can give me an athletics check, and then I would like both of you to give me a Constitution save for the cold, assuming you reach the shore.
Yeah, that
That
will end
athletic.
greatly.
Is this at disadvantage? To the poisoned attack rolls and ability checks, not saving
Ability
throws.
not saves, yeah.
I should probably start rolling from Foundry, shouldn't I? Why is it not coming through?
So athletics for me, disadvantage.
Fuck.
Okay, 16.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
with that you are absolutely able to grab Svenja, and both of you manage to make your way to shore.
And a con save, you said?
Yeah, a con save for the cold as Svenja, you get pulled up onto the ice that is just starting to form on the edges of this river. And both you and Gorm are both like going into hypothermia as you sort of coming out of this. You are freezing and you struggling to catch your breath. Ursula, you are seeing this now from the side, just as you're kind of noticing the giant snake at the top of the tree. You hear the splashes, and you see Gorm pulling Svenja onto the sort of frosty coast there.
so how this little tree next to us on the map, how dry is it? So, okay, let me tell you what I'm trying to do, and you tell me if it works. So Svenja would want to use prestidigitation and make a small campfire, essentially at the root of this tree, to heat her and Gorm up. Hopefully the tree catches fire, but hopefully there's enough kindling and stuff, pine needles or whatever sort of tree is underneath it to create a little bit of a fire.
Yeah, that. So when you cast these spells, is it because this will require a check because it is not it is quite damp. It has been snowing all day. It is right next to a river. This is not the greatest firewood, but with magical help, you probably could do this.
Okay, so this is straight old prestidigitation. You instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Yeah, so that's assuming you've built a campfire. You can spark it with the flame. So I will allow you to do this, but I'll need either an Arcana or a Performance check, depending on how you cast your spells.
I'm going to go with very well. There's not actually a big difference between the two, and this is a disadvantage. So she's going to do this in some sort of very flourishy, do some sort of chanty thing around fire to eat us, fire to save us, Odin's gaze, please engage us, or something like that. And let's see if that works. 24.
You hear the caw of a raven above you as it's flying over, and
21.
this spark will ignite, and you will have a little campfire going there. As you two are immediately pulling up to the shore to get around this little fire that you've started, you'll see a frog hopping away in the direction of friends who seem to have just noticed a giant snake at the top of the tree. And we will cut back now to basically everyone in this moment, as you've all noticed the snake.
I would like to call out, make sure everyone sees the snake, then ready a ray of frost in case it looks like it's about to attack.
Yeah, cool. You've got a ready ray of frost there, and everyone is, if you weren't before, you are definitely alerted to it now.
Sort of just look at it, ready it in case it seems hostile. Actually, yeah. Can I make 2 checks? One to see if it's like sapient, like intelligent, and the other to see if it has any intent of fighting us.
Yeah, you can make either a nature or insight, and I'll give you the answers to both of those.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. I mean, it's definitely not talking. It looks like it was just disturbed by the troglodyte thrown into its tree, and it does seem to be rearing up like it is aggressive, but is up at the top of this tree where it seems coiled around it. It seems like that's just its like setting up to defend its house. So you'd know
I
that a
know
snake
about
in
you.
that position you generally walk away from. It's not a. It's like it's challenging you now.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not fucking with that thing.
And definitely not if that size is a true representation of it.
Mm-hmm.
It is the true size that it's. It is accurate.
Yeah.
Feed it some troglodytes or something. Troglodytes. Throw food at it.
Is Ulfield smart enough to know not to try and fight it? Is the question.
Well, how smart is Ulfield?
Well, she has an 11
Not smart.
intelligence.
No, she's okay, but I wouldn't say she's the
I
brightest.
feel like
bulb.
that's smart enough to have a sense of self-preservation.
Smarter than the average person.
I would argue this is also that's a case of wisdom. Like
Yeah,
Probably
true.
wisdom.
in intelligence, you know.
The dice are
Alright,
speaking.
she's smart. She's smart. All right. She'll just give it a little flip with a bird. She'll next time.
Yeah, we'll say you're pretty sure you could take this thing, but like if everyone was getting involved, we'll leave it for now. It will probably be around here when you come back.
To be fair,
Saving
I
it for
can't help
later.
I can't help but feel bad for it as well. Just motherfucker's sleeping, something nearly knocks its house over, and gets fought for it, and then leave the fella alone.
I crave violence.
Nah, I just relate to him.
Okay. So, you guys leaving the snake?
Yeah.
All right. It will settle back down into its tree, and it is keeping an eye on you. It is no longer threatened as you all kind of calm down and back off.
Ulfield is holding that middle finger as she walks away. She does not break eye contact. Just gotta let us know who's boss, you know?
At this point, the rest of you also see Gorm and Svenja shivering on the side next to a little fire that they've made and soaking wet and just took a swim.
I'm wondering how far we could push the prestidigitation. You could chill, warm, or flavor up material. They don't say anything about can clean or soil an object. So I don't know if she can use prestidigitation to just dry their clothes.
That is
Technically, not themselves.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The warm feature would definitely be that. It takes a little while. It's kind of like, just, standing there, putting it on a heater or something. Like you are actually warming up the clothes, and steam will start to rise off of you. If you continuously casting that spell, you'll be able to warm yourself up in a little bit.
Ulfield will
Yeah.
give him a fizz as well. She'll just not like strip naked, but she'll like take off her like outer coat and stuff and give it to him to use for a bit of a blanket.
Okay, so keeping an eye on the snake whilst we're drying out and talk to Ulfield about the wisdom of storming ahead without us.
All Ulfield takes from this conversation is that she must have looked really cool. That's pretty much it.
See, this is the problem with Svenja having this conversation because she is like, that looked really cool. And as she says that, thinking, okay, so what is Ulford gonna? This is like a double reinforcement. A, it looks cool, and B, it's not smart. This is like double encouraging Ulfield.
Ulfield
Anyway.
is looking back at the steak.
Ulford, no, sit. Down, boy, sit. What is that, Barbara
Salt.
Woodas?
You know, you were the one that nearly got fucked by 4 troglodytes.
Wait, who?
You.
No. Do you see those little tiny little troglodytes? They hit me, and I was like, "What is that?" You know. I don't even try to do the accent because it just gets worse. Oh, they hit me. No, that was American. I don't feel no pain. No, it's Scottish. I can't do it. But in an Irish accent, she speaks.
We can switch to Scottish canonically. I feel like I also go that way for dwarves.
Yeah,
anyway.
Scottish is probably better. Suddenly, her accent changes. She's wearing
Just
a kilt.
because Scots
Troglodyte
like
caught you
drinking
right
and
on the
like
head.
gold.
Now I feel like when I do a Scottish accent, it's just gonna turn Irish. Like,
Oh, there you go.
it's the curse.
A mixed origin.
Are we going to make the discovery that Irish and Scottish people are the exact same type of people, just pretending to be different?
Unfortunately, as someone who's
Scottish people wear dress, even the men.
Scotland forever. I mean, I lived
Yeah,
in Scotland.
so what?
Very different vibes. Very different vibes. Much more violent in Scotland.
So what? I'm wearing a dress. You got a fucking problem with that, eh?
It's a vibe, actually.
is a whole like. I mean, there are places in Scotland that are completely like Viking.
Yeah,
They're from Scandinavia.
especially by the glens on the east side.
Yeah, so it's appropriate. Um, one thing over there, Camilla, from the trees, I assumed you climbed up into the trees again.
Yes.
You will have noticed a few deer and an elk down at the bottom grazing that don't seem to have been disturbed by all of the commotion so far. Are you? I see you sneaking closer there. Are you trying to do something?
Yes, I'm trying to into the elk and try to tame it.
You're gonna try and tame the elk. Okay, you can make a stealth check as you try and make your approach towards these. Oh, okay, yeah, you actually managed to get up into the tree, and you are. I mean, you haven't drawn their attention yet, but that elk. I mean, it's within range. I don't know how you're gonna try and tame it.
Eh,
Yeah, so you
Feels
can
like we're
you
going to
get
see
to
Viking radio.
you'll be able to get to there with that stealth check. But if you try and get any closer, you'll need to make either another one or an animal handling check to try and um, approach it calmly, or try and approach it as an ally, unless you've got some other tricks up your sleeve.
yes, let's try and see. No.
Okay, so uh, describe for me how you were trying to approach this elk.
Carefully, like, hands up in the air. Boy, relax, boy. I'm not here to hurt you. Carefully walking to.
You will see the other two deer just bolt for it as this one turns around, and with a nat one, um, unfortunately, this elk is going to see you, and you are going to see it drop its antlers as it just goes down low to the ground, and it looks like it's about to charge you as it is going to charge.
Oh,
How does this? Let me just double check. Is it? Oh yeah, okay, so it's just an attack.
Good thing that's not a moose. Otherwise, you'd just be fucking dead.
It actually can't get close enough to fully a full charge at you. You've managed to sneak close enough to avoid that, but it is enough for it to ram you with its horn. It misses as yeah. Describe for me what you do as this elk comes running in towards you and tries to antler you.
just stepping aside, just so it runs into the tree. At least I presume it's a tree.
Give me a deception check to try and do that, and I'll give you this with advantage, just because I like the move.
Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, nice. So with that, this elk just goes full speed into the tree and just clatters into it. You see the entire tree kind of. You hear some snapping and cracking as the entire tree shifts. But the elk kind of takes a step back and looks completely dazed and like it's about to fall over. What are you going to do?
Gonna do? Trying to see if I can get up on it. Back. Thing to it.
Okay, you can give me a yeah. I think another either an animal handling, or if you're trying to just do this wildly, you can give me an athletic or acrobatics. Those are generally interchangeable. Yeah, this thing is not happy about you and is going to try and knock you off of it as it tries to take. I'll need you to make a strength saving throw. At this point, the rest of you hear some commotion going off as you see some deer running into the forest, and you can see Fenrir currently riding an elk, at least trying to.
40.
Okay, this is contested. It should. No, why it's not. Oh, okay. Actually managing to hang on there. Is anyone else doing anything as they can sort of see this through the trees?
Just gonna watch
I
from
think
here.
Sonia will probably sing some sort of funny childhood song about the old man trying to ride on a bear or something like that. Yeah, some whatever Viking kiddie song that's funny to teach kids how to count.
Fair the bear, the
as
maiden
she-
fair.
I like that. Stomp for once and stomp for twice or something like that. And she'll beat her drum. This is like super entertaining right now.
All right, yeah, Carmela, what are you doing as you've managed to hang on here?
I'm gonna keep hanging on, trying to convince it to relax. Just on little.
Okay, give me one more animal handling. We'll say the DC's getting higher with each of these, and it's not listening to you so far.
I will try to give it one of the berries.
Okay, sure enough, I'll say that gives you the smell of
I
berries.
dropped
I will
out
say. Sorry.
the song for that animal handling. Was it too late?
Sorry, you broke up completely there. Say again.
Sorry, yeah, there seems to be something dodgy with my connection. Can I give her bardic inspiration with that kiddie song for that check?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it
Can you sing something there?
Yeah, so I'll need an animal handling from you. You will be able to. You do have that bardic inspiration, and I'll say the berries will give you a +2 on top of that. So let's see.
so it's a 1d6 at the moment, bardic inspiration.
Okay, so that's a 19 with the animal handling so far. You're going to add the bardic inspiration to that.
Already done that. Because I was like,
Oh, did you?
yeah, I was like, nope.
That's so it's a 17 total. Did you add the 2 as well?
Yes.
Or a 17 is not going to be enough, unfortunately, as this thing is now really pissed off and is going to start running. You are riding it, but it is going to run with its full movement as it comes rushing past you. Ursula, are you doing anything as you see this coming towards?
Getting out of its way.
Okay, yeah, uh, you managed to do that with ease. Although, actually, give me a dex save because you literally just have the wrong direction.
It's like dancing in the street, step left, step right at the same time as the other person.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ursula. You are going to get some hooves coming towards. Oh, what? Oh, that's an 18 to hit. Okay, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you try and dive out of the way, and the creature gets confused and like does a sidestep as Pamela's trying to hang on to its back, and it just takes you like it stands on one of your legs and you feel it just sort of crush your calf. You are not permanently injured, but it definitely is going to hurt for a while as this creature rushes right past. This is about as far as it can get on this movement. Is anyone else doing anything as you see it stand on Ursula and Camilla trying to ride it?
Yeah, I'll pull out my hand crossbow and shoot it.
Okay. Yeah, you as you're standing on the road, line up a shot and make an attack.
A 12.
12 will hit.
4.
That is just enough. It has 3 hit points left. So with a 4, you send a bolt. You said from a crossbow.
Yeah, hand crossbow. The light crossbow.
Where are you hitting?
Just like somewhere in the stomach area.
Okay,
Not,
yeah,
not
you.
something specific, just to hit it.
Well, as you actually get quite a good shot as it is. Its head is sort of running towards you. You manage to get it just above the shoulder, and you drop this creature as it just takes that hit, and with Camilla on its back, you see it kind of fall to the ground and its legs buckle. As Camilla, I need you to make another strength save to see how far it throws you, as it is definitely going to throw you. There's luckily a bunch of white sand in front of. I mean, white sand, snow. Yeah, with a 10, you get flung like sliding through the snow, creating a little um, barrow, and you take 1d4.
As she's like throwing, can Amara? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say Amara. Never mind. I was gonna try and catch her to try and negate some of the damage.
You can do it. Is I will say, if you want, you can make an athletics check, and we can reduce that damage to 0. But it was only 1 point, so you can
Yeah,
try.
that's why I was like, never mind. It's only 1 point. It's fine. She's fine.
We'll say flavor-wise, you do kind of as as she gets thrown, you dive into the snow, and she'll stop as she reaches you, but you kind of landed just before you, and you catch her there as the elk is now dead in the snow, and
I'm gonna stomp or limp over to this thing and stomp on one of its legs with my good. Meh.
you do know that as you kind of kick it, you feel the meat ripple, and it like lets out this kick, and it nearly kicks you back as it is still in it's like still in its last moments, and you, however, I will say you are wise enough to have stepped out of the way of it, as you know a dying elk can be a dangerous thing. You also know that all of you would know that this is quite a fair bit of meat. Gorm has some good eating right there.
You know, it it is entirely unsurprising that an endeavor to tame a wild animal turned into it becoming dinner.
Say dinner. Just put it out of its misery. Just kneels down and just bites into it.
You're a fucking animal, just like cook it first. Tastes nicer.
So you guys, she's draining this thing of blood, which actually, you realize it's not a bad thing in terms of cleaning up and gutting animals. It will preserve it a bit. There's no way she can drain this whole thing, and has finally stopped moving. As you guys have got an elk, I will say you can make another check to try and harvest that if you want to make another survival or whatever is appropriate for your character. It is now it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon by the time this has happened, and you have just basically managed to cross the wooden bridge.
What time was it? Like right before like when we saw the troglodytes and went to fight them?
You probably got here around 11 o'clock in the morning. You've been here, quite a bit has happened here. So you've been here for about 2 hours.
Well, probably time for lunch then. A bit of a short rest, but yeah, I am picturing this Camilla and Oldfield flinging off the ark into the snow and this sort of flurry of limbs. So she's trying not to chuckle and snigger as she looks at the two of them while she's busy harvesting. Which is probably why she doesn't do a great job on it. 11.
Was that survival to also help with the harvesting, Camilla?
Yes, that was.
Okay, nice. Well, in that case, from this, I will say you get 5 fresh ingredients. And you will get some antlers, but they are pretty heavy. I think you guys are already kind of overloaded. Um, oh no, sorry, I don't have the exact materials here, but you will be able to the antlers and basically get 5 fresh ingredients, which you should be able to now see in the party resources if you go to the little the actors menu. I hope you can see them there.
I think it says 3 now. Oh, 5. Yes, see. Okay, yeah, there it
6,
is.
8.
Oh, sorry, I was adding these in. So, and I also wanted to ask, do you remember how many ingredients you had? You should be able to see both.
I used one of them, so I have only one now.
Okay, so you got
Yep,
all
one.
right. And then is that right with 8 fresh ingredients now?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know where we got the 3 we had earlier. And this is from the
Yeah,
troglodytes.
that was from the hunting beforehand. Did you not have? Is it supposed to just be 5 now?
I think they hunted the hare and I cooked. Was there any more hunting? I don't remember any more hunting.
Okay, cool. So then you're up to 5 with 1 common ingredient now, and we'll say that is what. Yeah. So at this point, you guys have managed to harvest that, and I would like the navigator to please give me a navigation check. So again, a survival probably.
Can I guide her on it?
You can
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. So with any of these activities, you will also I've added them into the journals now, so you can see expedition activities that you can take. I can put them up for you here.
Oh, the rules? Yeah, there they are, yeah.
So these are the kinds of things you can do while you are traveling. Oldfield, we didn't roll for you last time,
Oh shoot, yeah.
so you can also see in the journal section there is a thing on the different roles you can take, which you guys might also want to look at to see what your role is, because they didn't have this last time. But we've practically got everyone except the crafter is Mikil, who isn't here at the moment, and we've the only things that are available at the moment, I think, are the scout and the trainer, if I'm not mistaken. So the trainer is the one who sets the pace, and which I feel like is actually pretty
I was gonna say that's
accurate.
pretty accurate.
Yeah, literally, you will be able to roll and either make everyone exhausted because you set the pace too high if you failed, or make good time and actually cut quite a significant amount of time off of your journeys if you succeed.
Ooh. I should go for trainer then. Trainer. There you go.
And now you can spend 25 years trying to become the Pokemon Master.
Finally, my time has come.
Do you make that check there, Camilla? Okay, yeah, that is enough for you to know that which way to head. Are you guys going to? So you won't get lost. You know exactly where you are, and I'm going to move you over to area map so that you can see where that is. But if you guys would like to try and rest or something here, you still can. I'm just showing you where you guys are in overall relation to your journey. Because if you're going from now, you know that you would probably be able to make nightfall to your destination, but it is after midday now.
I think also the look. I think there are 3 roles that are not used. Like now there are 2.
Oh, what's the other one? Scout?
Trainer, scout, and lookout. I think those are the 3 that we didn't have.
I thought we had a lookout.
Yeah, wasn't that Nicole?
No, he's the crafter.
Yeah, I'm the
You can-
camper. He's the kill the crafter. You're the
I'm the
entertainer.
hunter.
I
Forger
think
is
Carmilla was the lookout.
Orso. Carmilla was the navigator.
Okay, yeah, so you don't have a lookout either. Would you like to stick with trainer?
Yeah, I feel like it suits her best. She's not very perceptive because she just doesn't care what she's going into as long as she's going.
You could assign Shepard as the lookout if you want, or as the scout. Actually,
can
either of
we?
those kind of work for Shepard.
Fuck yeah. He can scout.
Yeah, I feel like that's appropriate. He helps with tracking and things like that. And what I was going to say just now is that when you guys are taking these activities, the point is not for the person with the role to do all the work. They're just sort of
Yeah.
in charge of that thing. So if you, like, for instance, if the lookout is like, can someone climb to the top of that tree and see what the hell's going on? They don't necessarily have to be great at climbing. They can tell the person who is needs someone to look up there. So in terms of those roles, don't feel like you have to make all of those roles or you can't get involved. Is work together. That's part of the fun.
I did say I'm pretty much, well, because Yueman's the hunter, but only hunts while we're stopped. Just while traveling, just helps out either the lookout or the scout or whoever needs a hand at the moment.
Yeah, generally those expedition activities would be things that you do at a waypoint or at your destination when you are stopped, like for most of those things, like hunting. And so the actual stuff, like while you're traveling, that you can kind of flavor a bit, but they will be easier when you're stopped for most of the things that you guys do. But like this is kind of considered a moment where you can choose to either take a breather or carry on, and that would kind of be the trainer to set the pace. Please discuss amongst yourselves what you would like to do. It is 1:30 in the afternoon, and the snow is still falling.
I kind of need to heal now. I'm at 5 out of 14 health.
I think a short rest is a good idea. Do we want to go back and tell the mushroom people that we have solved their problem, or
Nah,
head
We
forward?
can do that on the way back.
Okay. If we survive this current round of mushrooms and they're good, we can get some more next time.
Actually, the and Fenya, you guys will no longer be poisoned after your little dip in the river. That cold has actually all the adrenaline and everything. You've managed to warm at least yourself up. I'm not sure how Gorm was warmed up, but you guys are no longer poisoned.
Question: are the mushroom people fun guys?
Oh,
I'm going to kill you.
oh.
Thought we left
Yes.
all those jokes with Sakura and
I thought we had entry criteria for this group.
Also,
should have
you
mentioned
get
it in session
you get
0.
inspiration.
Thank you.
I suppose it's a good thing Harry and Sakura aren't in the same game together. That would have been terrible.
We'll one day meet on the fields of Arania, and that'll be Ragnarok.
That'll be their battle. They just make bad fucking puns at each other.
Yeah. Flitting contest. Is it flitting or flighting? Flighting.
Like
Flighting, according to Assassin's Creed, I have to say, I've not managed to find any other historical sources of flighting. I'm stealing it from Assassin's Creed 100%. So yeah, are you guys going to take a short rest as you kind of harvesting the elk and all that?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then that'll take an hour, and you can roll any dice that you have, and then you'll be able to keep.
Yeah, I don't
It's
remember what
a real thing, Devin. Flighting. Wikipedia.
Yeah, I believe it. I just there's Norse stuff is so like corrupted. There's so many influences in the stories of Vikings. It's like the legitimacy is questionable, but I
Yeah.
trust it. Made it into Assassin's Creed, I'll trust.
Yeah, of course. It's like it's a computer game. Of course, it's realistic. But it's true. Now I'm looking at the Wikipedia article.
Well, I do
Okay.
actually also. I found some mechanics that we will be able to use the next time, so it won't it won't just be a roll off. It'll be fun. Okay.
Uh,
Okay, you guys take a short rest, and then you'll be able to get on your way.
Yeah. I don't really remember what we decided on the chef feat. The treats I can make after an hour. Not sure how it works. Like it's just separately from the crafting.
Yeah, the treats are separate, so you can. Not sure. Does it say what you need to use?
Not just an hour. Like a cook number of treats equal to my proficiency bonus.
okay, so if anybody is planning to do hit dice, Svenja will do a little song of rest. And just gently strumming on her. Will she take a lute with gently strumming on a lute as she just sits and ponders lunch. So it gives you an extra 1d6 hit points.
Cool.
If you're not rolling dice, do you still get that? Ooh.
It doesn't really stack, so
The way I'm reading it is if you're any friendly creature that can hear you, you regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending one or more hit dice. So you have to spend the hit
Yeah.
dice to get.
I'll leave it. I'll live with my little bit of damage. Ooh. Snacks.
Yeah, I feel like I think I'll look into it again because I do remember saying something about like it would use one fresh ingredient or one common ingredient.
I'll look in
Me-
our chat while we wait. Maybe I'll
Also,
find
I'm
it.
scrolling through it, but I think we can look that up next time. For now, I think. Oh, wait, I found it. Yeah, so I was saying you can use the leftovers of a meal. So don't worry about that. We'll assume that you're using leftovers of the meals that you've made. Snacks won't use all your ingredients.
Okay.
So
Can I
obviously that's assuming that you're going to keep cooking. Don't try and survive on snacks.
No, I
We can
can't.
say that
I don't think
you
it's
use some of these.
possible.
try and forage as well as heal?
Yeah, absolutely. You can make check
Do
to
the forage medicine action or activity?
yeah, that is the one. So I'm just trying to remember what role is associated with it because
Should
it's
be nature, right?
yeah, sounds good. Yeah, nature or survival. Actually, you don't even need to make the role. It's just that's your role in the party.
Cool.
You get 1d6 plus your intelligence modifier, so you can just roll 1d6 and add that. And we are going to assume
So 6.
want to make. I think in terms of simplicity, we're going to make the medicine be common ingredients as well, because it's basically the same thing. You're getting berries and all
Okay.
that kind of thing.
What's about to ask?
Does that sound logical? Because then I don't want to be tracking a million extra resources.
Yeah, because you can use it maybe to eat or make specific. I don't know, ointment or something.
I think it makes sense to have it as a common ingredient. That some of them are medicinal, some of them you could use in meals and things like that, because that's the only real way that you're consuming them. And we'll assume common ingredients apply to both. So you've now got 5 of those.
5 plus
It's
2
plus intelligence or
intelligence.
yeah.
So yeah, cool. That's
So 6.
7.
We had
7.
Because you
one
had one.
from me.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah, the snacks will be separate from that. They will be as rules as written.
Okay.
So Gom's making some snacks. Ursula's gathered up some like forage, some things. You actually managed to get some nice reeds as well in amongst that as you are next to the river there, which are always useful. I I actually do have some great descriptions that I will bring up in further sessions, but we've been going here for a bit now. So anyone else like to do anything over the rest, or are we gonna go to setting the pace? I'm taking that as our rest is done. Everyone's feeling rested and ready to go. So
Yep.
Carmilla has has pointed you in the right direction. She seems to have navigated already, and Field, it is you were the one to set the pace. Are you going to try and spur everyone on to move faster, which could be detrimental, or are you going to just all hike at a normal pace?
Ulfil's gonna like think of all the battle. She's gonna like try and motivate everyone through the idea of violence and see if that boosts morale just to speed us up. Like not too much that we're gonna like get hit or anything, but just we can get there quicker and she can fight quicker. That is the vibe.
Perfect. You can make a persuasion or a performance check, and you can. Are you very charismatic? Because I feel like I
Um,
feel like you could do the strength based if you wanted, as it is like the warrior way.
maybe like do you know like the Old Spice adverts? Look at the horse, now look at me. I'm on a horse. She's kind of giving those vibes.
Yeah, sure. You could make it with advantage, uh,
Cool.
performance or persuasion. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, everyone, you feel quite inspired by this as you feel the urge to keep them going. Oh, shit, hold on, and then I just started a fire. One second. Okay, that's sorry. Um, the so yeah, actually, I was wrong about there not being a role associated. There's one I forgot. You can pass or fail. Right now, everyone's you march on as you head further into the forest. Which way would you like to go, top or bottom, uh, as you are hiking?
It's close to the moon bridge.
Which square specifically are you asking, or
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter, as actually with all of those checks, you are managing to cover a decent amount of ground. You will get um, about here as you know that you are approaching the moon bridge. Is there anything you guys are doing as you're walking? You kind of go through an open clearing and are approaching a forest in the distance.
Really, I don't think so.
Nah.
Is our scout with us? Oh no, Oldfield isn't smart. We're no, ignore me. This is
The
Abby
dog is
speaking,
the
not Oldfield.
scout.
What does the dog say?
He
Shepherd
will
can,
tear out your throat.
The dog
Shepherd
says
can make a check
violence.
if he wants to go and do some lookout stuff. Do the lookout or the scout?
Fuck, what did I say? I think I said scout.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You can decide now. It doesn't really matter which you chose.
Well, I'd say he'll just really scout ahead, just make sure our path is clear.
Okay, then you can make a investigation or survival for Shepherd as you hiking along.
Oh,
MVP dog.
doggy.
So Shepherd will sort of run up off ahead and is sniffing and following things, and as you guys are all hiking, and then you will see Shepherd run off and disappear for a minute, and then he comes back and he's got something in his mouth, and you see that he has got this what looks like a piece of cloth in his mouth, and it is tied into a knot on the one side. It looks like it's maybe some kind of a bandana that it was maybe wrapped around something, but he has just found something and he barks at you as though, like excitedly, that there is something up ahead.
Hmm.
And one problem with the dog being your scout is he can't tell you what.
So that's true. Fine. What can I gather from the rag? Like, is there any markings on it, or is it literally just?
Kind of slimy. It's kind of gross, and it like he pulled this out of the marsh next to the river or something. It's kind of gross, but it is tied into a knot that you imagine only a like humanoid creature would have been able to tie. It looks like it was either fit like a bandana around someone's head, or maybe tied around like maybe a weapon or a staff or something like that, tied around a pole, because it's quite a small knot. I mean,
So
small loop. Yeah.
with all the traders and travelers and things and people coming through the market, has Svenja seen that type of cloth or that knot, if it's a unique-ish knot, ever before? That's a 12 on a history check. Probably not.
Yeah, that would be no. I mean, yes, actually, it looks like a irregular piece of cloth. Um, the you do know that slime. You remember someone warning you about like frog-like creatures when you were leaving town, and it does kind of resemble the same sort of coating that you would find on a frog.
Hmm. Right. I suppose I'll try to get Shepard to lead me back to where he found it, and I'll just join him.
Okay, yeah, he'll be leading you sort of into the forest towards the moon bridge. Um, so is everyone keen to follow that? That is sort of in the direction that you were hoping to go, but I don't know if anyone's planning on diverging.
It is the best lead, so Miller will let.
It's just interesting to figure out. Besides,
Are we moving stealthily? I think Svenja will be trying to move a little bit quietly. 17 on her stealth check.
Okay, yeah, you can try and do so quietly if you like. Svenja seems quite stealthy. Is everyone else? Failed.
Allfield is not able to find himself again. Holy crap.
well, okay.
I'd like to try and do spot foes activity and make sure we're not surprised by anything.
Oh, Mikhail, you're back. Hello, I
Yeah.
didn't even see you.
Hello.
How long have you been here?
How did I get there?
He's been here for about 5 minutes. You don't speak,
good.
Hollow.
Yeah.
And I thought
Anyhow, I
yeah,
got
for
not one on stealth.
in real life you did well, so it's alright.
No, I got two. Never mind.
Cool. So yeah, Mikhail and Gorm, you guys are not doing so well. Although Gorm, you are no longer poisoned. Are you still at disadvantage?
I'm wearing heavy armor.
Ah, of course. So the blacksmith and the in the heavy armor are all jingling around. Gorm, your new chainmail is actually not as noisy as theirs. You feel like it was good investment.
Specifically why I wanted it.
With that, we are going to move over to this map as you guys successfully make a stealthy approach. Well, most of you at least. And I will put your token. Hey, and we got everybody.
I just got pins and needles.
Hey, did I put everyone down there?
Holy shit, it's Frogman.
Holy shit.
That's Big
Frog.
Froggy.
That's a
Okay.
water frog.
So Ursula, oh no, Ursula got a 14. Okay, cool. So Carmilla and Field, you guys will be able to sneak up the sort of closest before anything notices you guys. There we go. All right. So Phil, you can put yourself wherever you sort of snuck up to, just like Camilla's doing there. But as the rest of you, you can also position yourselves in the beginning. They will notice you. Are you literally going through the snow? Are you like Bugs Bunnying your way up to them?
What are they doing? What are they,
What are they doing? she's gonna sneak up right to the point. She's like really close to them, just like hello.
So you see a frog in the tree that had absolutely not noticed you, look down from the tree and suddenly go, ah, stop, stop right there. Of you, stop. And he looks up at the rest of your group as he hears them jingling it on their approach. And he goes, don't go any further. The bullywugs are right over there. And as he says this, um, I'm going to ask everyone not to move too far into the map as I'm moving tokens as well. But you will see a force emerging from the tree line of bullywugs as they are also all carrying spears, and you will see one is riding on the back of a giant toad made of ice. As on in the trees, the ones that were just talking to you, or at least one of them was, you see more like tree frogs, these multicolored little, much smaller frog people, and some of them are armed with, like, one is armed with a bow and arrow, some of them are armed with knives, and you can see them sitting there just waiting, like they are ready for a battle, as you now see the bullywugs approaching. What are you guys doing as you see?
If Ulfa licks it, is it poisonous? You know, like tree frogs and stuff. They always like don't lick a tree frog.
I mean, you can see the things in front of you are very slimy, but they are up in the tree above you, so
Oh, she
you
can't lick them.
can't reach them to lick them right now. You'd have to one out of the tree.
Can I lick you? Shut up.
Creature will just look down at you and sort of about this chair like it doesn't understand what you're saying, but it points to the other one and points back to you as if it's telling its friend that like someone's trying to lick me, and it just shakes its head wildly.
She'll be like later. She'll come walk back to her friends.
I'll do the pro gamer move and
That is
casually
a
walk.
There's a lot of frogs down there.
I casually walk forward, like ignoring the frogs unless they stop me.
I
Tell
don't
me
Yeah,
when to
they-
stop DM, so I won't.
I think
just-
they are trying to warn you, not
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
you.
sure. Yeah. No,
Yes,
not
so-
the small frogs, the bully
Ah.
frogs. I mean,
So the ones in the trees are just waving their arms, trying to stop you just from the trees, and you hear one of them shouting, that, "Oh no, don't get near them, they're dangerous, they're not supposed to be in these damned forests. Get out of here!" And as you see it turning its attention to the bullywugs, you will see the toad leap over one of these trees, well, over one of the bushes. It's not that big. And you will see it land in the path, kind of in front of you there, as you're walking into the path, and it will speak in perfect fluent common. It will just turn and say, "Not listen to young fools. These are traitors to the Frog King, and they are forsaken by the Froghemoth. They must pay." And he raises a sword, and you hear all the other bullywugs start croaking and like battle cries as they're pointing their spears, and it seems like a battle is about to pop off between these two, and you're just walking into the middle of it.
okay, I see what you mean. Can I just
Can
pass
I
on while you guys attack? Can I just? Can you
I'd
let
like
me
to
pass first?
insight check.
Just hold on, just one sec. What are you saying? Borm, you're trying to do what?
Yeah, I'm just talking to him. Like, okay, can I just pass real quick before you do that?
Okay, you can give me a persuasion as you're trying to do that. And sorry, Yeoman, what were you trying to say?
I would just like to roll an insight check to see if the side is lying.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. As with 15, the toad will kind of take a step forward, and he'll just look at you and say, "If you are not enemy of the bullywug, then you can pass. But you manfolk, You are with them. And he seems to be looking at you like trying to figure out who this group is. It seems like you've all sort of approached each other at the same time. And Yormund, from what you can tell, the frogs in the trees, they all seem like a little bit nervous and like ready to just move at any moment. But the bullywugs, you would remember being warned against the bullywugs that like to push further into the forests this time of year. Like, you know that they can be quite a nuisance, and you don't know what the hell he's talking about when it comes to frog things and things like that. He could be telling the truth. You have no idea.
So Svenja would say to him, "We're not with them," and ask, "Do you need help?" She wants to make an insight check to see if they are. Yeah, she's not great at insight checks. If she's being lied to, so 8. She doesn't know if she's being lied to, but she's definitely going to say, "We are not with the bullywugs. Do you need our help to chase them away?"
The one that is holding a bow and arrow, the one that was speaking before, will look at you and just nod his head and say, "Would appreciate any help, travelers. These are dangerous foe." And the bullywug will say, "No, no, 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 you can't do that. You are with them. Help us, and we will pay you richly." And he seems to be trying to counter this as both vying for your attention.
You know what? Consider myself a little bit of a nature conservatist myself. I hope you guys are ready to roll initiative.
As an arrow shoots into Jormund in one shot.
Bruh.
Okay, Jovan, you're getting pretty close there. What are you trying to do?
I just
Knowledge.
like to just look up this guy, this shaman looking frog man.
Yeah, you see, he's wearing this wooden mask over his face, but eyes are quite clearly visible, and it's one of the dumbest expressions you've ever seen. But he's looking at you as you approach.
What's up with the mask? If you don't mind me asking.
One will say, "He not speak man tongue. You want to deal with us, you deal with me." And you see the one that you're speaking to sort of croaks, and you see its throat expand quite a bit, like a toad, um, as it's looking at you but doesn't respond in common.
Then I asked the big un. I just want to know where he got that mask.
He kind of like puffs his chest out and says, "Oh, who can make it himself?"
Look back at the party and just, what do you think, guys? Too soon, or
I just continue walking to see if any of them will stop me.
At the moment, with this intervention, the Ewok doesn't seem to understand. Like he's not sure whose side you're on yet. The Grung are all like nodding to you, Svenja, sort of like they're waiting for a decision on which side you guys are going to join. It does feel like to all of you, like both of these factions are just ready to go at each other at the drop of a hat.
Does Svenja understand what the conflict is about? Is this like a traditional? Can she remember? Actually, no. She'll ask the ice froggy guy, "Why are you fighting? What are you fighting about? What does the winner get?"
Okay, I'll ask for a persuasion from you this time.
Sure. 25.
Yeah, there we go. He will lift his spear and point it at the grung in the tree. He will say that we have come hunting here, and discovered band of grung traitors who abandoned the Frog King and lost faith in the grog. Sorry, man tongue difficult. Uh, lost faith in the great Froghemoth. Must be punished for their treason and blasphemy. That is why we are here. And you see the toad that he's sitting on croaks, and you see this cold mist coming off of it as you are also getting quite close there. Ulfil, are you doing something?
Ulfild's sniffing them out. She's thinking, so the guys in the trees, they're little guys, aren't they? Or are they big guys?
Yeah, they're
But-
pretty little.
Are these
Tiny
guys
man.
big guys?
I mean, they're short, but they're like about dwarf size. They more or less your size.
Ulfild points at him and she's like, let's kill these ones.
I was about to say. Sounds an awful lot like a cult to me.
Okay, are you straight up saying let's kill these ones?
Yeah.
The bully
Right.
got
In
loose.
that case, everybody roll for initiative as the as the
God damn, I
toads.
wanted to get the first swing in.
You might still, as the two of you are approaching, do not seem keen on.
How does one get a .12 modifier?
It's
What?
the dexterity for tiebreakers.
Oh.
So if you both roll the same initiative, the person with the higher dexterity will have a higher decimal there and
Ah,
first.
okay, that makes sense.
Do I sure love having
Why is my
7.
initiative roll not in the freaking app?
A deja vu.
Is actually before we jump into this fight, I think let's take a 5-minute break. Everyone can roll initiative and do all that. And I'll get everyone into the initiative, and then we can have a battle.
Yeah.
Like all the frogs that I made with AI. These are original frog people, guys. You'll never see them anywhere else.
Cute.
I always have trouble getting it to roll initiative.
Mine just took a long time to pop up. So
Okay, and Svenja, and Carmilla, how did you get all the way there? Did you
Where's
go through the
Carmilla?
trees, or were you sneaking around that whole time?
My thing is super lagging out. I'm gonna reopen it.
Oh, we don't see her because the trees are blocking her, probably.
Yeah, Ursula, has rolled for us, so it may just take a while because everything's rolling. But you got a 21, so just you don't have to press it again because otherwise it might roll it 100 more times.
Okay.
cute, very Django-ish vibes to some of these faces.
Everything's on. Also, do you guys? You all know about that you can just hover your cursor over something to see the image. Right? I feel like that's hard to miss, but in case you haven't been aware of.
Over on what? Like to see the art?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know
if
you.
yeah, place your marker on the enemy, you see the art.
But also, Leo, you still here? Because you are the only one that probably doesn't know about Minion. Some characters, like the troglodyte that you killed earlier, one of them, they basically go down if you hit them once. So, like one hit kill creatures. If you get surrounded by them, they can get kind of dangerous. So sometimes able to identify on the battle when there's if you hit them once, the amount of hit points that they have, will be able to cut through like them in one blow, kind of thing. You'll see as it goes. Just want you to let you know, so that sometimes when it's just like, oh shit, that one went down. Okay, are your Ursula and hit point, I mean Ursula and Oldfield's hit points correct? You guys
Yes.
Yeah, Ulfhild don't
I
heal.
I spent one hit die.
just making
My
sure that
D&D Beyond one is right. I'm not sure about the Foundry one.
you're on 11. Is it
Okay,
meant to be
now
11?
it's right. It should be full. I set it
Okay.
to 14 now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just checking. And then Oldfield, you on 22 still.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Um, is there anyone that's still missing? Is everyone back yet? Just a quick aye.
Practically,
Gorm here.
Bia.
Ye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Carmela is missing.
Oh,
Carmela is not missing.
Okay. So that just told me I've lost connection to the server. With that in mind, we will kick things off as you guys have said that, and you see all of these bullywog just raise their spears and start croaking as they're about to jump into battle. We're hoping to get that first swing, but looks like they're going for you first. Camilla, you're going to be up first. What would you like to do?
the first thing I'm going to do is target the giant ice frog. Don't want him to run away. Put hunters. Then my longbow and hopefully advantage.
No idea.
Ice frog. God damn it. Handle damage. Frog and oh. That's fine. Yeah. Closer. On. Yep. And that's how. Hmm.
Okay, Fulfield. I mean, Ursula, that takes us on to your turn. as you see a pretty good arrow just crack into this frog, and you see some of the ice splinter onto the floor.
Okay. Waiting for it to let me move right now. I cast Burning Hands there, which I think should hit 5 thing.
Yeah, if you're the one that down, you should just be able to roll it. It should target them.
Okay. Targeted from the wrong place.
Is that where are you trying to aim into?
Like I thought that the targeting cone I made should appear right there,
I see a cone, though I see
directly
another
down
cone.
from here.
Yeah, we can see that. I thought you were saying it wasn't working.
The thing, it looks like it casts Burning Hands from over on the wrong place. I'll just tell it to cast again. No. Okay, I see why it's doing that now.
What the?
Interesting.
Okay, so just remember to check your spell slots as well, because that it might be spending one every time. Just place the measured template and then put it.
How do I rotate it?
Just your scroll wheel should rotate.
And it disappeared. Looks like it's only hitting one. It looks like it's hit all 5 of them.
Just tell me who you're trying to target.
The big ice frog and the one on him, then the sawman and 2 of the other guys behind him.
The cone is only a 15-foot cone. You can't hit everyone.
Well, I thought it would work there.
I mean, you can hit the way it's showing on the. Don't worry about the 3 like highlighted box. You could hit the toad and 2 of these bullywugs, or you could hit the
What if
shaman
I
and
go
2 of them,
there?
or you could hit the.
What if I go there instead?
Yeah, maybe you range yourself how you like. I don't know.
I want to go on top of the rock.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you climb up onto the rock, and then
It
you're gonna
won't let me
blast out.
though. It counts as a wall.
Okay, you're on top of the rock. We can see that. Are you trying to go
Yes.
5 foot forward? You want to be
There we
there.
go. Yeah. Okay, I think this would work. Why does the cone for, like, the measuring thing look so much smaller than the one for the Burning Hands one? It's weird. Okay, I think that's it, hit them all.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you've got a few. It's just the one right next to you that you're missing.
Yeah, I think that's good. So they all make dex save.
No targets to save.
Hey guys, it's still D&D. Just because the whole systems that we have don't get it perfect doesn't mean I can't still roll for it. So you can also just use your word. Okay. So how much? What did you get there on the damage roll?
The DC is 13, and I got 8 on the damage roll.
Okay, nice. So these two minions. Oh no, not going to be enough to kill the one. One of them is definitely roast. Let me just see which one that is. Okay, so the one above you actually manages to like just duck down. You see, moves kind of unnaturally, just squatting down into the snow. It just goes over his head, but the one behind him is incinerated. And the actual guy on top, he also gets burnt, but he is not killed. So you said the DC was?
13.
Okay, so this one is also going to save. He'll take half damage, so that two of them take 4. And the code.
Okay, and then I can use my bonus action to fly 10 feet away without making opportunity attacks. It won't let me move.
Because you're in the rock again. Just,
There.
that on top of your movement.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you climb up onto the rock, blast them with fire, and then just float away as the wind sort of busts out from after that blast.
Okay, and I'm done.
Okay, that is going to take us to Allfield.
Bonus action reach. And she's going. She wants to go up to that. Oh, it's doing all sorts of things on my screen. Sorry, my computer's freaking out. And I've lost my mouse. I don't know where my mouse is. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's doing arrows on my screen, so I can't do anything. But I'll just do a rage, and she'll try and go up to that ice frog, and she'll try and squish them both in one with like a hammer hit.
Okay, as you walk up close to it, you are going to walk into its cold aura, where. Yeah, 1 second. I'll tell you how that affects you. Wow, cards collapsed. Anyway, oh no, it's when you start your turn in there. So you walking into it, you actually all right with the rage. And so, which one are you swinging at first? You said you're trying to go down through both.
Yeah, I'm trying to smack from like up down, so like I kind of squish them both. Hopefully.
Okay, yeah, you'll be able to attack one or the other. So yeah, that'll hit.
Meh. Meh, meh, meh. She'll just get the one on top. Sorry, I just realised the what sound is a what not a meh sound. Sorry, my bad. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, which I'm gonna skip the track. This is not good action music. So okay, yeah. So you smash the one on top, and he lifts a shield to try and absorb it, but you manage to clip him in one of his knees as he's just croaking at you. Is that gonna be your turn?
Yeah. Also, by the way, my computer might crash. It is struggling at the moment, so I'm hoping if I disappear, that's why.
Okay. Not to worry. At the end of your turn, it is going to take its first round action, the villain action of this Bullywug, as he's going to order them to charge. And the minions are all going to start piling out. One is going to come up next to you. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So they are going to start swarming.
Cool.
Again, they're getting all messed up. Yeah, so they're all charging in.
Also, there's a red loading bar on the bottom of my screen. What is that? Does anyone not have that? I don't know what that is.
That
Your
is your turn.
Ah, I see.
It doesn't actually affect anything, but it does remind you to hurry up when you that timer is like 3 minutes. So if you see it actually filling up, it's been taking a long time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I get that as well. So like I have just I don't think it is that full 3 minutes. These ones are so there's 2 attacks coming towards Allfield's. Oh wait, did they have
Half
run?
damage.
Yeah, and oh yeah. So some of them are throwing spears, some of them are thrusting them at you. So there are going to be 2 coming to Allfield, 1 going to Yormund, and 2 going to Gorm. As let's see. Yeah, the minions should roll fast. Okay, that's a 20 against Allfield, which hit. Okay, you take 2 points piercing damage.
Half to just one.
Yeah, indeed. And let's see this. Okay, more rolls. Really laggy. I'm just gonna roll it like this. Okay, so okay, that's an 18 against you, Yormund.
Shit hurts.
Cool, you take 1 point of piercing damage. The minion. And then 12 against Gorm, so that misses. Okay, that is going to be its charge villain action, then taking us onto the Grung, who are going to start loosing their arrows as they are all going to be making like some range attacks. Or actually, it is this one in particular. So he is going to use his short bow, and they are fighting on your side, it seems. All right, so his hit takes 8 points of damage. An arrow hits him, but he just takes the arrow out of his chest. That one down at the bottom, and Gorm, that'll take us to you.
Okay. Seeing as everyone are huddled up, I'll move 5 feet backwards and then just charge forward and leap, like raising my hands as if I'm about to, and not as if I'm about to, I'm just smashing them onto the ground. While I'm leaping, the sand around me like rises up into a giant wave and like, comes down on me, making like a giant. Well, the wave like hits me and then goes all around in a 30 feet area. As I use my channel divinity engulf, and all enemies within 30 feet need to make a what save is it? Strength saving throw.
Holy shit! Okay. Okay, let me try and select them all. Do that. Mine's slowed down as well. They are making these. So, what does it do on a fail?
On a fail, they take a whopping 4 force damage and they are, I think, knocked prone. What does it say exactly? Yeah, they take 4 force damage and they are pushed like 30 feet away, like to a range of 30 feet away from me, and they're knocked prone. Success, it's half damage, and they are standing there.
Holy shit! Okay, nice.
Someone succeeded, so
Yeah, sorry, my foundry is just frozen. And what was the DC?
13.
13. Okay, cool. So yeah, the ice toad failed. The others seem to have succeeded.
Well, it's 2 damage on success, and that's it. And on fail, it's 4 damage and pushed to a distance of 30 feet away from me and knocked prone.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, my foundry is the map has crashed and stuff. So I'll get to that in a second. Oh, fuck, man. Sorry, it's technical difficulties. We will be onto your turn shortly, Mikhail.
Some
Yes,
frogs first, though.
Yeah, I know, but I can't do anything right now. So
Frogs.
I'll just give it 2 minutes, please.
Yeah.
No worries.
Frog.
Oh. Where's all my frog gives?
Oh my god. I hate Foundry in times like this.
Holy shit. Rogue.
Okay, so basically what is happening, I will try and get back into it as things are loading. At the end of Dom's turn, as he blasts them back, a couple of them being pushed, one of them being the guy that is on the back of his toad. I'm pretty sure he was one of the ones that failed, and he gets blasted off the back of his toad into the snow as some of them are pushed backwards, but the minions are not killed. That 2 was not enough to kill them. And it is going to then go to the Grung's turn as they are going to loose arrows, and each of them is going to make a ranged attack from the tree. So you'll just hear the whipping of arrows coming flying past you as they are firing at these bullywugs, and bullywugs kind of catch them in the shield. Some of them catch arrows in their shoulders and whatnot. They are looking a little bit weakened. Then it will take us on to Mikil, and I will get it to your turn in the turn order as soon as I can. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna walk up to. Does your map work, or am I just? I'm gonna go to the nearest frog, which is I think the one that injured Yeoman, and just hit him with my CX.
Cool. Yeah, you can roll for it. You might not be able to move or anything yet, but you should be able to roll a regular d20.
All
Or, I
right.
mean, you should be able to roll them.
That is 23 to hit.
That'll do it.
It's just a normal hit. Only 3 damage though.
Does that look like one of the minions?
Yeah.
Will be enough for the hit. Direct hit, as you managed to kill that one in that hit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so on a saving throw, the amount of damage matters, but on an attack roll, if you hit it, you kill it. Okay, there we go. I'm back.
Cool. All right. Since you just move, I just move. Oh,
One.
I just quickly move over there. There you go. Yeah, that was my turn.
When you're hitting the one that is on Yeoman.
Yeah, on my right. That one. Yes.
Okay,
He's
nice.
dead.
Oh no!
Of course, that's the fucking one that I rolled initiative with every goddamn time. Thoughts get skipped. Okay, so then one of the red frogs in the is going to actually leap down and come and join the fray as it just hops down from the tree and leaps from that cliff onto the tree stump, and it is going to cast a spell. Yeah, as it is casting jump to get itself down there, and it looks like it's about to try to pull some crazy shit. The Bullywug minions, it is going to be there. Oh no, it's this one's turn. So he's going to try and join here against you, Mikhail.
Against me.
As much as he's like waiting for the royal to tell him otherwise. That's Gorm anyway. First roll. Just apply damage to you without.
Oh, it did hit me. It says hit and 2 damage.
Does it say hit? Okay,
Yeah.
it didn't show one of the. It didn't actually show the roll for me. So yeah, you take 2 points of damage. He rushes in and stabs you with his spear. Though this one is a little bit tougher than the others, and also gets a bite attack. And he's going to try and take. No one misses. So that takes us onto the croaker, the one wearing the mask, and that one is going to start singing a song as it starts croaking and making this awful noise. I'm going to need everyone, all of you within 30 feet of it, please make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Shit.
That's a success. Or Mikkel, that's a fail. Gorm, that's a fail. Is that
Lovely.
everyone? Yeah, I think so. Oh no, Allfield, you as well. Is Allfield still here? Did she disappear?
She's in the channel.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm here. It's cutting in and out, but I can like vaguely.
Sorry.
vaguely see.
So, a wisdom saving throw from you, please.
Okay. Oh, my screen just went white, so I don't know what happened there, but I think I rolled
Most
something.
likely the map crashed.
Worth closing it and just opening it again, because that same thing happened to me just now. It's because there's a lot of creatures in the combat. Sorry. That is a success with the 21 that you just got. However, so you will take half damage if you succeeded, and that is 4 points of psychic damage. So 2 points halved. I think Shepard, Mikil, and Gorm, you were the only ones that failed. You will take the full 4, and you will have disadvantage on con saves until the end of your next turn. Oh, if you added that.
Yeah.
So could you add that yourself? So if you failed 4 points of psychic damage, and
Yeah.
if you succeeded 2, and then that'll be its turn, and it's going to try and back away onto one of these rocks here. As another red one up from the trees, it is going to use its short bow. And it misses. Okay, so Fenya, finally, that will bring us on to you. Are you muted?
Damn it. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the unmute button and reloading Foundry because it's doing funny shit. But she is going to sorry, Matt, come on.
If you're still reloading, we can go to Yorman first if you want.
Okay, she is going to cast Fairy Fire on a group there, so if he wants to do an attack roll, then that might help him. There we
Okay.
go. And now if I can move the map, so that's not going to work that particularly well, is it? Let me see now. Is that going to be helpful to these guys? No, she's not going to cast the Fairy Fire. Sorry, ignore that. She's going to do a Dissonant Whispers on the guy on top of the frog. So she has been sort of just rhythmically reciting some battle poems in the background. So her voice raises up, and as it raises up, the guy on top of the frog feels that there's this undertone of whispers coming through to his brain, and he has to then, let's do this. Can I target the right one if I do this? Come on. There we go, and interface, Dissonant Whispers. He gets to do his saving throw.
Okay, I can't see what. There we go. They fail. It takes that full 11 points.
Yep. And he must immediately use his reaction, if available, to move as far as his speed allows away from me.
Okay, yeah. Well, so this one just. Oh yeah, I forgot. It got blasted off as well. So, it is going to just get up and start running down into the trees. Let's see.
Does that give Ulfield an opportunity attack as he tries to run away?
No, forced movement does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Oh shit!
I
Okay.
believe Dissonant Whispers does. It's only if it's something out like that they. It's like
Yeah, because
if
it
they're
uses its
physically
reaction.
forced to, but since the user reacts to do it, I think it does.
Yeah, you are right. That is Dissonant Whispers is the exception to that. So yeah, Ulfield, you will get an attack of opportunity as this thing has been thrown from its mount and is trying to get away.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I'm sorry. It's really bad.
You have an attack of opportunity.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Smack him.
Okay, and while Ulfield does that, if I can get my token to move, she will move closer as well.
$16 hits, Ulfield. You can roll for damage.
Ooh. We like Ulfield's damage numbers.
Well, you're doing it two-handed though, right?
Yeah, I don't know. What does that mean? Sorry, it's like just.
So if you've got a shield in one hand and your warhammer in the other, then it would be one-handed. But generally, if you're not using a shield as well, then you would be swinging it two-handed. That's just how you're using the weapon. So it's up to you. You're supposed to call it before you actually swing, but I mean,
I see. Okay, no, that's fine. She she doesn't have a shield, so she'd be two-handed anyway. So just a little damage.
yeah, it's not bad. This thing is starting to look hurt. Badly actually. So is that going to be your turn, Svenja? Yes.
Yeah, so I have moved, and I have moved it forward to Yeoman, who's next.
Cool. Yeoman.
Yes. I am going to attack this poor frog. No. You have lost connection to the server. Fuck.
Reestablish.
Really not on our side tonight.
Okay, can I? There we go.
Horrible mode.
Nice.
Oh, you kill that one.
Let's see. Ah, shit. Hang on.
Oh.
Oh. No, I was just doing that. And Shepard will run over and. Yes, Shepard will run over and bite the witch.
Okay. Are you? You should also be able to see its level 2 ability now.
Yes. Take him down, which I am about to use.
Ah, okay, nice.
Now, what does that actually do?
Yeah, this whole messages
yeah.
being collapsed is really irritating.
Mhm.
Just show me what it.
Okay, so it's just a regular bite attack, and except if it survives, it has disadvantage on its strength saving throw to avoid being knocked prone.
Oh yeah, so that's with the. Okay, cool. So
Okay.
it's like a normal night attack, but with
Pretty
as
cool.
it's already on the rock. It just starts poking it with its staff, just like you see. Shepard's trying to get at it. This frog is really doing its best to avoid it.
That's unfortunate. I will use Action Surge, walk over, and gut it myself.
All right, yeah. Shepard's distracting it. Oh, unfortunately not.
Very sad.
Yeah, so you swing and it just manages to poke its way out of the way, and you hit the stone. No joy. Anything else?
God, I wish I had power word kill. That's all I can do.
Okay, that is going to take us on to the it should be the minion's turn. Well, actually, it works
Fuck you.
to go on his turn.
I'm not sure why it considers Shepard speaking.
Maybe you chosen when you typed.
No.
Okay, so minions, there are not that many left. They are going to, let's see, they've got. Yeah, they've got one person sort of surrounded here. These two are going to go for you, Gorm, and then. Is that all of them? Holy shit, you killed the rest already. Okay. Oh God. Okay. As you are just keeping them at bay, as all three of these bullywugs around you are just stabbing with spears, but you are deflecting their blows and parrying everything they throw at you. However, the frog that was sort of running away, he's angrily going to turn around. They just had to run away from me that one time, right? He's not like afraid.
Correct.
Yes, it's just his reaction to run away. That's the end of it for him.
Okay, then on his turn, he's going to get annoyed and start. He's going to start moving back. But let's see. He's going to. Yeah, he's going to leap back onto his toad. Just through. as that's basically all his movement, and then he's going to shout a croak decree as you hear him croaking out to all the others.
Oh, come back into range, little fool.
What do you do?
So yeah, it gets there, and then its Toad has actually got movement, but it is first. It still has its croak decree is like a breath working kind of. So Allfield, it's going to try and attack you. Oh, that is going to hit with an 18.
Ouch.
Okay, I need a strength saving throw from you, please, Allfield.
Also, what's half of 13? Would that be 7?
Yeah, don't worry.
6.
I'll apply it for you when you've made the strength save. Okay, there we go. So it has actually minus. It is doing it properly. So it is reading your rage because it minus only 6 from you. So I don't know why it never works for Jerry, but it's automatically removing the hit points. Don't worry.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, so that with a 14, that was you actually got a 21. You rolled twice for some reason, so you
Oh.
definitely succeeded on the strength save, and yeah, that is going to be its turn. I think. Let me just double check. I think it might have multi attack, in which case. Oh yeah, it also gets a bite. So you're going to see it's open its mouth, and this tongue come flying towards you as it just tries to lash out at you with one more Allfield. Ooh, 24. Okay, so that was okay. That time it didn't halve it. Why? That should only have been. I mean, 5 halved, so I will apply that now. Is that yeah? Okay, so then that is going to be the end of its turn, taking us to. Oh well, the Toad can still actually move, so you will get one more. No, it's not going to. Let's see. For the round, I'm thinking we did say we were going to end at 11, right?
I go to bed at 10 because I have work in the morning, so I can't stay up that late.
Yeah, that would be now. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah,
we're an hour.
that's why I said I play. I thought we were playing till 10. I don't know if I mixed up something up, but
Yeah, that's why I'm double checking as well because it's been such a messed up thing. I was really hoping to actually get to this
timing
battle
issues.
earlier.
Sorry, I just realized timing, like different time zones, so it's 11 for you, 10 for me.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yes,
Look, I
then-
am sadly with Abby that I have to get up in 6 hours as well. So
Yeah, then we will end the session here. Yeah, sorry, that was fucking Foundry. We'll try and clean it up a bit so that it runs a bit smoother next week. 'Cause, yeah, I had all these things planned. We will rejoin next week at the top of round 2, and wrap this up. Thank you guys very much for the game. I hope you enjoyed.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
good. Thank you.
Thank
Sleep well and see you soon.
Good night.